Hey YouTube! What's up again? It's going to be my first big video. I'm going over a couple ideas I have. Alright, so basically, since basically forever, humans have been always thinking about new ideas, progressing new ideas, concepts and stuff going forth. And you can think of a few of them: Plato, Aristotle, Socrates, Rousseau, Locke, Hobbes, all of them, many of them. And then many contemporaries like Dawkins today, Christopher Hitchens, people like that. In this day and age, there's really not a lot of people bringing new ideas to the table. Not a lot of new perspectives, no new anything since basically the hippies. That's pretty much the last time we've had a big cultural idea, a new concept. And is it right, is it fair to the human race to be completely subjected to the same views and thoughts of the human race 40 or 50 years ago? No. That's the simplest answer that can be formed from that. No, there is no reason on the entire face of the planet that the humans, this technologically advanced, super-thinking species, should still stand still in the ways of thought and not progress. Right? Do you hear me, that, conservatives? Do you hear me, that, traditionalists? We must progress. It's not a bad word, it's a very, very good word. We thought the world was flat. I don't know if you remember that. Then we were like, oh, no, it wasn't. Huh, figure that out. We thought the sun revolved around us. Whoops, fuck, nope. Everything changed. We thought the stars were gods, that women are lesser beings, and that blacks are lesser beings. Figure that shit out too. We even fucking thought that women came from the ribs of man, that you actually literally pulled the rib from a man, and then that's how women were created in the Garden of Eden, in the Bible, if you read that, believe that. Wait. Nope. Oh, figured it out. Yep, got that one. Which brings me to this. In all of history in the world, we've kept changing over and over again. We've kept progressing and changing our ideas. As we realize these ideas we were used to were wrong or didn't work, we change them. Well, let's introduce you, ladies and gentlemen, to the topics of today that need a little bit of changing. Bum bum bum. War, social classes, the economics. Pretty much, there's a lot of shit fucked up with finances right now. Politics, especially American politics. The illusion of choice is something I talked about in my first video. Abortion, yep. Human rights, the war on drugs, and then many other wars on other things that shouldn't be called wars. And the big kicker, religion. That's a huge one that really we just need a couple of ideas to fix that. These ideas the general populace has about these ideas are pretty much wrong. Or at least a huge core of people believe are wrong. Definitely in America at least. We are still people, after 1,000 years of being, still kill each other over our precious gods. Now, what is with that? We've been advancing forever, and yet we still believe that there's a big juju god in the sky that says that that tells us everything that we know, and then we don't have to answer any questions anymore. It's just illogically wrong. It makes no sense. It doesn't make any sense at all, actually. It's pretty stupid. We have science now, empirical data, evidence, proof, facts that back up that logic that we have. There's people that still think that still enforce things that they say that we can do with our body. For example, smoke marijuana or any sort of drugs. We can't do that for some reason. We just can't do that. No, just can't. Nothing. There's no reason that we just can't do that. We just can't. It's they say we can't. It's ridiculous. We still think that there's a spaceman god in the sky that came down to Earth as himself and as his son, and then died for us humans and resurrected himself so that it would create a loophole so that we wouldn't have to die for all the sins he died for them instead, which is fucking stupid. It just doesn't make any sense. If we don't do this, if we don't accept him, we burn in hell for eternity. Finite crimes and then instituted with infinite punishment. That's wrong. I'm more moral than that god. That's right there, basically. We still believe in a two-party politics, which no matter the person or the election takes us nowhere. It just keeps us bouncing back and forth on two different policies that are very terrible. We as a human race, to sum up, at this moment in time, has failed. As a 17-year-old male, at the very gates of the rest of my life, I have to face this undeniable truth that no matter how hard it is to face, the human race, as thinkers, as creators, as presidents, and as people, have failed wholeheartedly. We're stuck in mentalities, Bronze Age mentalities. It's ridiculous. That's all there is to it. And how do you think that makes me feel? I'm the children, I'm the future, I'm the people that everyone's always talking about. Yes, I have a beard, but I'm still the child. I'm the children that everyone's like, oh, we're so worried about the children. But you guys have destroyed that for me. I'm almost deteriorated down to a point where I don't want to go on. There's almost no hope. And I don't mean that we're all gonna die in 2012 or something, that the world's gonna end and there's a religious apocalypse coming or anything like that. I'm just saying that we have failed, and it's terrible. And I'm not. It's almost that there's no denying that the human race is in decline. We are no longer on a rise to create a better species. We are in fact doing quite the opposite. We take away more rights now, especially since Neo-Conservatism has been enacted since Reagan in the 80s. It's pretty much fucked us the last 30, 40 years. We take away more rights. We censor people. We don't let anyone do drugs. None of that. And the reasoning for ridiculously stupid, blind, faith-following, censorship-approving motherfucking assholes. And that's the easiest way to put it. And for some reason, they're here to stay. It's like they keep coming in and out of our politics no matter what we do. There's nothing we can stop. They're always there. Now, how in the literal fuck am I supposed to how am I supposed to better our race? How is that supposed to happen? I don't know how I'm supposed to do that due to how many constraints I have. It's hard to move on as a person with these kind of constraints. And there's almost no answer. The only plausible answer I've got from it is that we can't move on right now. If we keep electing the people that we have been electing for the last 30 years and pretty much forever, the politicians, it's never going to change. It's going to continue in this way forever, and unless we stop it as people. So what I'm doing as a 17-year-old person, I'm trying to tell you, everyone else that might not know this, but our politics has an illusion of choice. We don't know. I've talked about it a few times. We do know, no matter who we pick, it's going to be the same results. It's almost undeniable. No matter who we pick, if we pick the Democrat or the Republican, we still end up with almost the exact same bullshit. And the only way to change this is to eliminate the parties. And the way to do this is to stop fucking voting them in. And this is for everyone out there. Stop fucking voting these guys in. It's easiest to say that way. These people have created it so that we're stuck in this loop, so that we can't get back to where we should be, progressing our race, progressing our ideals, our concepts. It's sad, and I'm sorry I have to be this hostile about it, but I have to. What we should do on the next election, or on any election that we must vote for, is instead of voting these people in that say they're going to represent us, we should stop. We should stop voting. We should have a vote of no confidence. I don't see anyone right now that represents any political party that is good for our nation. And it's as simple as that. To further us as a better race, as a better human beings, we have to stop this. That's all for this video. I might have gone on too long, I'm sorry. See ya.